Good afternoon, this is Riesen with Jon Lancaster Toyota in Madison, Wisconsin. To give you a quick tour of our very first 2011 Toyota Sienna SE. It's a pretty cool van. The exterior color is the pre-dawn gray. And if you don't already know, I'll just give you some info on the powertrain. This is a 3.5 liter V6 engine, makes just under 270 horsepower, and it's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now the SE is kind of right between the LE and the XLE. Some things that they do differently are obviously the appearance of this guy. If you look, he's got those beautiful 19-inch wheels, and they look really cool. Up front, the air dam, and then on the side of them, the underbody spoilers, or they're essentially rocker panel extensions. On the front out as well, the fog lights are called the wide angle fog lights. So the diameter of that fog lamp lens is wider, so it spreads the light more on the road. So you get a little bit more coverage in the ditches and that sort of thing when you're driving around. Or if it's foggy, we even use those things for fog anymore. If it's foggy, you get a little bit better light performance when you're driving down the road. But this thing's pretty cool. This has got a tow prep package, so he'll pull 3,500 pounds when you add the hitch to it. He's got the power moonroof option, and he's got the SE Preferred package. The Preferred package adds the power rear door, the window sunshades, the stereo with the USB port for your iPod. You'll have Bluetooth. You have 3 zones of climate control. And let's see, what am I missing? Well, there's a backup camera. The 2 side doors are power. So, again, nearly an XLE, but more features than the LE. But, I mean, some of the things that make him an SE, again, are the wheels, the fog lights that are the wide angle specifically, and those cool ground effects. The grill's a little bit different than the rest of them. This is more of a blacked out plastic grill. It's kind of like, I think they call it a JDM grill. But it gives it a sportier look. From all the other guys, you still keep your multi-reflector halogen high beams and projector low beam. Daytime running lights are there, and auto on-off headlamps are there. But what they did differently is this is more of a smoked finish. It's not so shiny chromy. Again, it's a bit more of a smoked finish, so it just looks a little bit cooler. That's a good looking van. Give me another shot of those 19s. Look at those shoes. Again, the side doors are power, so we can operate them from the remote. There's buttons inside the car there between the driver and front passenger seat, so you can push the buttons on the ceiling, open the 2 side doors or the rear door, or operate them from the handles. Now, I had mentioned that this vehicle has window sunshades. That's these guys. So they're manual. They move up and down as you wish. Just keep the sun out of your eyes if you're sitting in the second row. These shades are on the second and third rows. The SE's got pretty cool fabric. It's actually got kind of a really soft, kind of a sport fabric in the center of the seat, and there's leatherette on the outside. The leatherette is really for durability and for cost. It's not a full leather, but it's more of an artificial leather. Hence, leatherette. Second row have the long slide feature where we can move the seats all the way forward, and then the bottom of the seat will kind of fold up so you can get more cargo in there when you lay the third row seat down. But you can also slide the seats way back and make just an obscene amount of legroom. These are right about 60% slid back, so they can actually go back a little bit further, but that's where they're at. Excuse me. On the front of this guy, I'm going to show you the interior again. It's always going to be black. The seats are going to be black. It's a power driver's seat. Then the dashboard is unique. It's got the white face gauges, leather steering wheel, and up on the top you've got the multi-information display. That's where we'll see our climate control readout. We'll know which doors are open, and that will also be our backup camera. All the way down is where you have the USB port. That's where you plug your iPod in. There's also an auxiliary audio one if you don't have an iPod, if you have some other sort of MP3 player. Above, the buttons for the power doors, so the side doors, the rear hatch, the power moonroof, and the lights on the inside of the car. We do the rearview mirror and sunglasses right there. LED tail lights. That's the little things that are really cool. The LED tail lights look pretty sweet. Man, they really went out and they trimmed in the back of it with the ground effects, and even look at the chrome trim around the reflectors and the bumper. That's really nice. I think you're aware, but just to show you, we've got a really big cargo well in the back behind the third row of seats. That third row folds down flat, so you have a flat surface all the way to the second row. Second row seats can be removed, or they can be folded up against the first row seats to get more cargo. That little hole right there is where you put the center seat that can be removed from the second row, and I've got them folded down more of a console right now. So that seat can come out, and then you have two captain's chairs. Once you remove them, again, you can stow them there or leave them home. The rear door is power. There's a button. Push it. And that is the 2011 Toyota Sienna SE. That color is pre-dawn gray.